Hi guys, if you hear a little humming or buzzing, whatever you would like to describe it as in the background, that is because I have the fan on because the place is hot and I'm not turning it off. So while I have been away for a while, I think I missed 2 or 3 videos. I don't remember. I know I missed a whole month, so I know that's 2 videos. And I think I posted another video before the other month, so I think it's just 2 videos that I missed, so I need to post those 2 videos. I will post them. I probably already posted one. I don't know, because right now I'm just talking. I'm not even talking over anything. Like, I'm supposed to be talking over this video, but I'm too busy actually playing Sims, so I'm not talking over the video because I don't want to come off of this and have to make that video. We're not talking about. But as you will probably, well, actually no, I don't think that's how I'm going to make the video. Let me just explain to you what my idea was. So with The Sims, or at least with building, I was trying to find like different challenges so I could actually like have something to build or have a muse for something to build, because I didn't really know what to build. The last thing I had a muse for building was a cottage that I did for my generation household, the start of the generation, which I built from scratch since I started like one room, going to the next room, going to the upstairs, and I basically just continued building as soon as I got any little money to build a house. So that's the only thing I had a muse to do, because I already knew exactly what I wanted to have. I had a little sketch, or whatever you call those things, because I don't know what you would call them. If I actually showed you how they look, you'd probably be like, this is not a sketch, but you know what I mean when I say a sketch. So the idea that came to my head was actually to do random rooms and a random house style. So, as far as I know, I'm the only person that ever came up with this idea. I've never seen anyone else do it. I've only seen people do like different currency for a room. Well, not currency. Different prices of a room, different sizes of a room, different packs of a room. I also know they would look at real life images and try to recreate those in The Sims. Everyone does that. It's a starting point. But I haven't seen anyone actually do what I did, so I'm going to coin it now as an original thing. I don't like care if you show me someone else said that. I'm going to coin it as an original thing. And it was actually fun because it gave me quite a challenge, because you know that there tends to be diversity. If I just like type in random rooms, there tends to be diversity, because what I do is that I would start with a house style so I can think of the rooms I want to make. So I start with a house style. So I type in house designs on Google, and then I'd like scroll or not scroll. And while I'm scrolling, I'll close my eyes so I don't have an idea of where the house I want is. And then I just like move the cursor around and then stop at a random time and open my eyes, and wherever the cursor is, that's what I pick. And the jig is, you cannot choose a different one if you don't like the style that you got. You have to stick with that style. So yeah, the only way you get to not do it is if it's not downloading, because for some of them they download in a weird way, and if it like has a virus, if they're telling you it has a virus, then yeah, that's another exemption for you to choose something else. But unless those two things happen, you have to choose the one that you get. And when you choose the house style, it makes sense to choose the house style first, because then it allows me to think, okay, for this kind of house, what kind of rooms would I want in the house? And what I did was I literally wrote down like a lot of rooms, because there are a lot of rooms in houses that I don't usually put in my houses, so it helps with my creativity. So then when I look at the house style, I'm like, okay, I could have like 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a pantry room, maybe even a mudroom. Oh, a games room would look nice with it. You know what I mean? I just think of like random rooms that will fit the house style. And then the same way I found the house design, I would look for those rooms. So like how, example, I could have a pantry. Let's say I want a pantry in the house. I would go on Google, pantry designs, close my eyes, scroll down, move the cursor, stop a random moment, look at it, and then be like, okay, this is what I do. Well, I probably don't want it, but okay, that's what it landed on, so that's what I'm going to use. And then what you would do is that when you get all the rooms for your house, and the house and everything is perfect, you would actually try your best to stick to the original thing. So let's say, for example, because For this house specifically, I actually wanted 2 bedrooms, but I realized it was too small. I thought I would be able to make it bigger, but I still had to have it like at least within a good amount of ratio for the Sims for it to look similar, because I couldn't have it too wide, I couldn't have it too not wide. Do remember the opposite of not wide. And yeah, it had to at least look, it had to look the closest you can bring it to the original photo. So if it's like you get a modern style house and then for the bathroom you get like a mosaic style bathroom, then you would have to do it in that style. You can't change the style to fit the first thing that you have, or you can't change the style to fit one style. It has, the style of the rooms you're making is the style of the room you got. That's another thing that I found nice, because it's then like, oh, you can find ways to make these things work. Because another thing I realized is that I cannot mix and match as good as I want to. The only thing I know I can mix and match with is like colorful themes, but otherwise, like with modern houses, I cannot mix and match anything. Like I really like different things. Like, say for example, I want to use was I about to say bohemian? I don't think it's supposed to be bohemian though. But let's just say, for example, I wanted to use a brown swatch. And if it's one thing you know about The Sims, if you play The Sims, it's that their swatches, even swatches within the same pack, don't match. Why do they not match? They're within the same pack. At least give me that. Like, some of them match and then some of them don't. Some of them work well together and then some of them don't. So I cannot find, especially when I'm working with a wooden house, it is so hard to find wood in the same color or in a color that I can be able to match together. So it kind of helps me in that regard where it comes to different styles and trying to get them to fit together, because it's like, that's so hard to do in The Sims. Why is the wood not the same wood color as this wood that I use? Why can't these two dark tone woods be the same dark tone? Why does one have to be a bit darker? Why does one have to be more to the red and one have to be more to the orange? I am so confused. It's like it's the same shade. Wow, it's the same shade, but it's not the same shade. It just does, it's hard. It's very hard. And it really irks me because I love wooden houses. I love wooden style houses. But then The Sims is just like, hey, we don't actually make these swatches match most of the time. Anyways, that wasn't what I needed to say. Actually, I don't have much to say, and I'm just recording this in the hopes that it's either as long as or as short as the video that I'm going to make, because I have not made the videos yet and I don't know why I'm doing this backwards, but I'm doing this backwards. So I will assume that the video is not going to be very long, because the thing with my building is that when I'm in a building mode, which I specifically was for this video because this was my first time doing the challenge. This is my first random room challenge, and I'm going to hashtag it as RRC. Double RC. I'm going to hashtag it as that because I cannot bother to continuously write out random room challenge. I just have it now because I want you to know it's a random room challenge. I want you to know what RRC means. So yeah, I am going to assume this video is probably going to be like 4 or 5 minutes long. And I think I've been recording for longer than 5 minutes. But then the montage is gonna have music. I don't want to talk over the montage. Or, maybe I could talk over the montage because my voice is just that good. But yeah, I'm going to try and end it here. But what I was saying is that, yeah, I came up with a new challenge. Do not refer me to anyone else. I came up with this by myself. Great nice thinking, like, okay? So yeah, that's basically how it works. I hope I explained it properly. Like, I wish I could screen record myself doing it, but then you wouldn't really see my eyes closed. And I don't know why that's a big deal. I could have just told you that my eyes were closed while I was doing all of that. But I mean, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So that was not my last recording.